Hello folks and welcome back. We're going to be learning some Soundgarden. Oh yes, the day I tried to live. In their good old weird tuning. Now this is tuned rather strangely because you've got E, E and then the rest of B. Yep, that's right. So tuning, low E. That stays the same. The next string goes down to E. String 4 goes down to B. The G string goes up to B. Second string stays the same as B, and then the E string goes down to B. Now for tones, I'm using the Hampstead Soundworks Odyssey. Lovely amp-like distortion. And I just happen to be playing about with it, and it just nails this tone pretty much with everything in the middle. So the settings are like this. Because you've got, enough bite and treble there, but not too much gain. And then, so that is nice and quiet, but I'm not changing anything in the guitar. The volume's staying the same. And then when you dig in, you get a bit more gain. So I'm going to go for that one. So Chris's intro part. And then the last time. Well, the bass comes in with that descending run, right? So you are on the, oh God, what is that? Fourth string. I'm going to call it D string, all right? Fourth string. And you're going 0 and 15. I'm using my third finger on the 15th fret, and then I've got my second and first on the 14th and 12th, okay? So it's just a very quick, almost a slide. So, okay, so that's the rhythm. So slowly. And then you've got your first finger on the 9th fret for a double stop with still the open 5th string. And there's an incidental, this string here, what's that? The 4th string, which is open. So. Okay, so once more. Then you've got some slide over the top, which comes in on the 4th beat with 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then you're up here. So that first part, without the slide, is 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then you repeat this phrase round. That goes round twice, and then the connecting part before you go into the high bit is. So with the slide. And that's it, right? So you've basically got the same part played 3 times. 22nd fret to the 17th. Then you go 22nd to 12th. Now when the bass is in, you will hear a as part of the 4/4 part. Then for the verse part, mainly palm muted and mainly on one string, but occasionally you'll catch the next string as well, right, for some accents. So you've got. Okay, like that. I mean, It varies. It's just about feel. So you just, as long as the dynamics are, you know, are a lot lower, so that when you come into the, you know, that part, there's a big difference, then you're all good. But the first few times it is just single string. Later on you'll hear both strings. You know, as it sort of builds up, right? Now the timing's a little unusual. Of course it is. It's 2 bars of 7/8 and 2 bars of 4/4. So you've got... There's a very incidental percussive note at the end. I've just put it there for phrasing, really. Easiest probably to think about this as this. Okay, don't worry about the whack. You will just play it naturally when you're going for the next note. Same there, okay, after the 8th fret. So that's it basically, right? I'll play it around slowly. All right, pretty straightforward, just very chromatic. Now, one thing to note is you'll be playing those open notes. When you go to the main, you don't play the open notes, okay? That's the only real difference between this and the chorus part. Then there's a kind of build-up part into the chorus, which goes... Okay. The only difference there is you're just going to a full chord. Now, looking at live versions, Chris is just playing the low 4 here. Okay, so for that part, you know, when you're going into that, you could just play the low 4 notes, right? But, I mean, you know, because there's 2 guitar parts playing there, I think Kim's probably playing some of the high stuff, or he might be barring the whole fret. I'm not actually sure, but I would just bar the whole thing, especially if you just want to play it on one guitar and, you know, kind of combine both parts. So the chorus then goes... Okay, pretty cool. Now again, these percussive parts, they're just incidental because you're going to go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down, up, down, up, down. And then, so because the bar is a slightly weird measure, you're going to do an upstroke for bar 2, right? So you hear that those very light muted parts there, that is just very incidental. It's not a deliberate thing. I'm not, you know, intentionally like Tom Morello, you know, muting the strings, okay? So just one finger stuff. And again, 12, 11, 10, 9, and then 8 for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the same pattern again. So 7, 6, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay, then you're into the chorus part. Now Kim's part plays this. And that goes around twice, and then you play. And you go into a slightly different run. I'll stop there. I'll show you Kim's part first, because then you can pretty much play Chris's. So he plays this melody, right? And then that's on the 8th fret and the 11th, okay? Then you've got 9th fret there, right? So 12th. Play that round again. Then the last time. 7 to 10, okay, for the last time. But you're also going to cover all the strings with your first finger. So 12th fret, and then your little finger's on the 15th, and you've got... Last time. Down to the 7th, right? Now, Chris's part, super easy. You're just playing the low 4 notes and playing... That's it. Twice. Then the last time round, Chris plays... Alright, so same deal, but you're just starting on the 9th fret, right? So 9, 8, 7, 6. And then 4, 3, 2. Second verse, Kim plays this overdub. Comes in on the 7, 8 bar, I think. Pretty straightforward. You're basically just going to play 0, 0, 7 down to the 2nd fret up to the 5th. So you'll hear that looping around. Then for the interlude, Kim plays this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just round and round. 0, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3. And Chris is playing the intro. Then there's some harmonics on the 12th fret and the 7th fret. And then you're back into this riff. And then you go back into the chorus and the outro, but you already know those parts. And that is it, people. You're done. Hope you enjoyed that one. See you again soon.